comfortable, maybe more confident than you did last year?
Oh yeah, I felt like last year, felt like a deer in the headlights a couple times. I would never say the lights got too bright, but there was a couple times where I was definitely feeling a little palm sweat. But this year, I think I've grown up a lot and super ready to go get it this year.
Is there how do you get better? Like, what are your goals for this year compared to last year?
So this year, especially like starting in February, I did a lot of contact work. So I'd be in the indoor, especially once we got that finished. It was super nice to go in there late nights and do contact work for like an hour or so. But really going into fall camp this year, this is not really like training to get better. This is more just me controlling my reps. I feel like last year, the nervousness translated into more and more and more and more. And then it got to a point where game week, my leg was just blown and I couldn't hardly hit what I was hitting in practice. And so I feel like the maturity to let myself know, like, hey, this is my account for today. I don't need to get over this. Don't get under. Just that's where I need to be. Like that's how we like.
What do you mean by contact?
So when I hit the ball, there's like a certain way I hold it. And if you could imagine the Nike swoosh, I aim at I look at the top of that. So hitting the sweet spot and clearing the belly of the ball and turning the ball over pretty much every time is kind of that's how I get my contact work.
For you, when you went from high school to college, what was the biggest difference in punting? I guess we think about football in general, we think about bigger physical. Is it similar in punting, or are there different?
It's pretty similar. I think in high school I was at a smaller kind of school. It's nothing like Texas high school football, but we didn't really have a coordinator, so it's kind of just like Palmer, go out there and do your thing. Now it's like all these play calls, formations. I get a legit snapper, and I think op time is way more important. When I was in high school, I was just kind of just doing my thing, just playing football. But now it's a little more like gotta do my job. Well, I did that in high school, but
Along those lines, same thing I asked Isaiah. How big was it to get Garrison back this year for you, and what does he mean to that room and to you overall?
it was huge. I think we definitely felt it when he, towards the end of the season, after he got surgery, he didn't travel with us. So I think that was a big thing we were lacking on the sideline was his leadership because he's our main leader. So, and then, I mean, he's an NFL snapper, so he's definitely he brings a big difference to our special teams unit.
What's the relationship like between a punter and his long snapper?
We're boys, man. We were hanging out last night. I was hanging out with Garrison and Dylan. I think everybody in the group, though, we're like brothers. We're super, super tight.
Just the team overall, what are you sensing? What's kind of the mood in terms of maybe putting that one behind you and getting into this one?
Shoot, I feel like especially on defense, there's a lot of energy. I feel like dudes like Steve and KT, they bring a lot of juice to our defense. So I think people are just flying around, especially on offense too. I feel like there's a lot of big plays. I feel like maybe we were lacking last year to really ride on that momentum. So I think we're looking really good.
You talked about you want to limit maybe some of your contact work and find out where's the groove or the line between feeling like you're constantly using the time to get better versus, like you said, knowing where your limit is so you're not overexerting yourself.
So I think I've been setting around like a 20 ball limit. And I think it's definitely harder to do when I'm maybe not kicking great because it's I want to keep on going to figure it out. But I think about 20 reps a day. That's about my range now.